So these are DungeonStick Caverns. This is an individual piece here from the initial two styles. So on the left here you see I have a wet cavern style. There's all kinds of stalactites, different features built in. You can see it's double-sided. The dry cavern is much simpler, just a regular stone cavern texture. Each style will have multiple different types. So you can see here, for example, the dry cavern. I have some straight kind of pieces, a little bit more curved piece, and then another straight one with a little more variety. And you can take these and mirror them either direction to have, a large variety of shapes. The wet cavern, same thing. They're double-sided. They're low in height. You can see here is a Reaper Mini. You can see they're about 1 inch tall, so plenty of visibility, yet it gives the whole 2.5D look and feel. There's no clips required for this system. It just is a simple socket pivoting joint. So to create a cave, I literally am just going to drop a bunch of these together, like so. And there you have it, cavern, ready to go. Once they're connected, you can move them into any kind of organic shape you might want. There's entrances for each style as well. I'll show you here. I have a pre-built section just to drag it on the table to show you how easy this is. If it doesn't screw up my mat here. So here's an example of some pieces, right? Just snap them together, move them around here. Connect over there. You can see some entrances. This is the entrance of the wet cavern style. There's some stalactites and stalagmites on there. You can see how easy this stuff goes together. Pretty straightforward. You can print these fast and easy. For interesting connection points where you want to make branching spots, here you can see a three-way coupler. These come in the dry cavern style and the wet cavern style as well. They come in both male, male, female, and female, female, male. One of them over here. There's also couplers for both the socket and the joint, so if you end up with a connection like this where they're both the same and you want to interlock them, you can pop that in there. And the idea here is just tons of flexibility, and the number one goal for these things is that they are easy to paint, easy to print, and easy to store and use. So these are printed in black PLA and just hit with a gray primer, and as you can see, they already look like caverns. I could use these on the table for a game right away if I wanted to, no problem. Each one of these stick sections here is about 3 inches long, and it prints in around 1 hour, with the entrances printing around 2 hours, and that's between 0.16 and 2 millimeter layer height, so plenty of detail. With the design of these, the intent is that they're detailed enough where if you want to paint, you can get a lot of detail out of the paint, and I'll show some really cool stuff here in a minute. Additionally, if you don't want to spend time painting, the detail is enough to stand on its own to allow you to, like I said, just throw them on the table and have them look great. So here's an example. So kind of there's the format there. So initially, as part of my Kickstarter, I'm going to be releasing the wet cavern and the dry cavern base style with 3 wall types each and 1 entrance each and all the couplers needed. And the wet cavern style is really cool when it gets painted up. So here's an example of the wet cavern painted with a brown style and some water to be, kind of a dirt-based cavern. Here is the wet cavern style as well, painted in an Underdark style theme. And this is with the cheapest craft paint on the market, completely unthinned, nothing fancy at all. I painted everything you're going to see in this video here in about 3 hours total. So slap these together. Here is a painted entrance from the wet cavern style to match that. So you can see you can get some pretty interesting looks here. Additionally, here is an example of the dry cavern. Maybe it's just an above ground cave you want, where you might stumble into it on your adventuring. So here's an example of one with some lichen on it. This is super simple. Slap these together here. Very, very easy to use. There's some more entrances that'll be coming out as part of my Kickstarter through different stretch goals. So fun things like nice doorways here. Here's an example of the regular dry cavern entrance, actually. Pretty straightforward. Where is that mini? I'll show you for scale. There's a mini. So you can see they're pretty good size scale. There's also some other exciting entrances that I will be including as part of my Kickstarter that are very themed to the Skyless Realms. Some very interesting stuff here. Another entrance style. Right, you can make a lot of really cool, unique things with these, and you see how fast and easy they're going together. There's also going to be some other really cool environments that you might stumble into if you're underground that are going to be the same style, you know, printed in translucent filament, for example, and painted. Quick and easy. I mean, how cool would this be to stumble into with your players? Really easy. It has a cool 2.5D look and feel, but it's, you know, really cool environment for your players. And I'll obviously have scatter to fill this all out. Another really cool possible environment you can run into here might be something like an underground mushroom forest, for example. I'll throw a couple around here. You know, maybe you're in the Feywild, or perhaps you're in, you know, an underground environment that's deep and rich with mushrooms. So this is just a few of the items that'll be released as part of the set. The format's super easy to use. As you see, all these are connected right here. Throw them on the table, transport them easy, paint them easy. Very interested in feedback and what people have to say about this. Thank you.